another podcast couch talk with the Asher Clan and one of the Asher Clan finest, Daisy Diva, awesome sauce, as well as a new guy, Don Llamas. But you're not new to the scene, though, right?
Yeah, not new to the scene, but very much looking forward to getting to know people.
Yeah. So we're just gonna have a little conversation here and talk about a few different things before you two talk in a different kind of language, so to speak, right? Oh, there's already some followers just hitting here. So just watch this, followers, and there'll probably be an unsolicited link that you can see wherever they go to after the conversation. All right. In the description, if you're going to be looking at YouTube, their Twitters will be in the description, as well as which you can get to their OnlyFans as well, where the content that they film after the conversation will be distributed, as well as the unsolicited, not safe for work link. Anyway, back to what we're doing here. The adult star, the adult world, the PORN, porn. Why don't you both talk about how y'all got into it, why you're in it, and please, try not to get a Woody in front of everybody just because you're beside a hot chick. I understand it could be very hard. I understand she's quite the sight, to bestow. But both of you, just why the adult world? Why what you get out of it, and what really just gets you going?
Yeah, John, go first.
Oh, ladies.
This because y'all are just getting loot. Y'all are just getting nice and pre-play before the main event.
So I entered the adult entertainment world because I was doing print modeling, and then I got contacted to enter the industry, and I thought that would be very fun. So I went ahead and jumped in, and here we are. And I was right. It's been very fun. I get to meet all sorts of different people and travel all over. So, what more could I possibly want?
For me, it's always been a fantasy, like every guy in the world, right? To do porn. And it just reached a point, especially during the pandemic, where I realized, how little time we have left on this planet, how short life is, and I just wanted to.
Why are you talking about little time and short life? We're here to have a good time, damn it. Don, don't be a Debbie Downer.
So I reached a point where I was.
And I'm Mr. Flores, so you heard my voice before, so you know who I am.
Yeah, I just reached a point where I was like, fuck it, YOLO, I'm going to take the plunge. So I did, and been having a blast, and don't regret it.
Yeah.
For a second. Yeah.
Interesting. So now you're not talking about the end of the world. Now you're saying don't regret it and have a blast when I raise my voice at you. Punk bitch. Anyway. Anybody watching? So here's one question that really stumps some people, or sometimes you get different answers. Does being in the adult world really mix with your traditional sense of relationships? Or do you have to have a specific special type of relationship based on what you do, how you do it, the number of bodies, body after body after body, what is it? Talk about that. Talk to each other about that.
So that's an interesting question. I don't think it's really changed my values in terms of relationships. The reason I'm having a difficult time answering this question is because I've not been in a real relationship since I've started this. Not necessarily because of this, I don't think. It just hasn't happened. So I don't really know how to answer that really.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. I haven't really had a relationship since I started shooting porn. In terms of sex, I find that I tend to not have as much sex as I do outside of porn.
Right? Yeah. That's actually
I
true.
look at it why do it if I'm not going to make money? If I can make money out of it, I may as well save it for that. So that's kind of where I'm at this point.
Yeah.
So it's kind of decreased my normal sex life, but
wait, you're saying that being in porn has decreased your normal sex life? Is it because you're so used to getting tested, making sure people are tested that you mix bodies with, and then when you're just out and about, you're at the bowling alley and you meet someone you don't know, right?
Yeah,
or whatever.
There's that, but then it's also just why have sex with this person when I can have sex with someone like this, and
Daisy Diva.
make
Ooh,
money off of it.
Yeah.
there you go. There you go. You know that's why the government hates the adult world, because you know you can make money doing something that you love. They just rather you go to a 9 to 5 and just be, I hate this fucking place.
For sure. Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Favorite positions? What turns you on? What gets you going? What sends you over the top? What stay away from? You know, I mean, you know, just if a finger in the booty makes you feel funny, you say it.
So I think that Dom and I, we were talking about this earlier, and we actually have the same favorite position, which is probably not a surprise to most of you. It's definitely doggy. For me as a female, it hits all the right spots, and it's easier for me to come that way. So I prefer that. There's just something about, not to mention, let's be honest. What I really love about doggy is like when the balls are like slapping my clit. Ugh. Favorite thing.
Very much the same boat.
Well, you're in the same boat. So you like balls hitting you?
Oh, come on.
You're
You
got jokes.
No. Hey, people watching this like, hold on, is he really saying
I
what
love
we
balls
think?
hitting my clit. Maybe if I had a clit, maybe.
Yeah.
But no. Doggy just feels the best on my cock. I love being able to
On your meat.
on my knees.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. God,
It's kind of
yeah. Well, she said clit, so I
Yeah.
like took her lead, but and I love like being able to like just grab onto her, and just have complete control. And, it's fucking hot. So.
Yes, it is. I agree wholeheartedly.
That's what's up.
Nice.
That's what's up. So that's favorite positions. Which ones? Tell me this. What has been some of the craziest spots that you've been in, and also not only spots that you've been in or done something in, but in terms of your careers, what are some of the hottest people you've worked with? No, I'm not saying you have to give a shout out to them, but just giving respect. Some of the places, some of the travels. The people are curious more than anything.
For me, it's probably Lexi Nicole. She goes by Fine Wine Gal on Twitter. She's a swinger couple with her and her husband Gio. We've shot a movie together. Just incredibly gorgeous, beautiful. Like this one here. Super hot. Had sex in like some really strange places. I would say I had sex with a pole dancer once, and she like really had some tricks that I've never seen before. It was almost like being with a contortionist, but so that was pretty interesting. What about you?
This is hard for me. I would say the most well-known person that I think that I've had sex with is Isaiah Maxwell. We had a lot of fun together at our scene together. And one of the craziest places that I think that I've had sex was not in the porn world, but it was in the middle of a lake on a sea-doo.
Oh, well. Doesn't fall out. Or...
No, we did not. But it was really fun because it just kind of rocks you into the position. Yeah.
Can see that.
It was fun. It was super arousing and like kind of like, oh my goodness, can anybody see what's happening?
Right. You like public sex?
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah.
Where else have you done?
I've done it like in like a swingers club, all sorts of outdoors. One of my least favorite places though to have sex, I would say, is a car though.
Yeah.
I think that's like super overrated.
Yeah.
Not my thing. It's like super cramped.
Yeah.
I'm like, I dislike it so much. Like, I don't even want to get handsy in the car.
Yeah.
Can we just
No, I'm like that with you. I think it's super uncomfortable. It's not sexy at all.
It's really not. It's not. It's just kind of like,
But
like the only way that it could like be sexy is like if you're using the car as a prop, like outside of the car.
Like even if you put like the seat back, it's
still no, not my jam.
What your DOMLLA?
Yeah. So first name Dom DOM.
No, Twitter DOM
LLA MAS XXX.
Oh, that's what it is. Got it.
I think you missed one on my paper.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
No, well, so my IG is just
Just
2
two.
X's.
Oh, okay.
So it's 2 L's, DOMLLAMAS, every one.
LLAMAS.
Okay. That's what's up.
I sent you the link, right?
Yeah.
Pretty sure I sent you the link.
Yeah. That's what's up. So anyway, continuing on. What are some of your no's? Because everybody has a no list, like what to stay away from, right? What are some of your no's?
So one of my no's is I don't do anal. But another one that maybe surprised people is I've broken my jaw 3 times, so I don't do like face slapping. That's a big no for me because my jaw is still recovering from the last time.
Oh, yeah. The usual, no blood, no shit, no piss.
Yeah, yeah.
Stay away from those. Just not into like water sports at all. Yeah, not really into like hurting women too much either. Like talking about like the face slapping thing, like a little bit of like choking, slapping's cool.
Yeah,
but,
totally
like,
agree with that.
not
Just
into
look
like
at the face
degrading
for me. I'm just
women
like,
just because I have too much respect for them. So
it's
there's-
unfortunate for some girls like me.
Yeah.
Some of us really like that.
yeah. Well, a little bit of spanking's good.
A little bit of spanking or a lot of bit of spanking?
We'll see. When we wrap up this interview, we'll see.
That's right.
So okay. So anyway, by the way, if you're in YouTube, there's a link tree. It says if you touch it, what does it say? Unsolicited, uncensored. If you touch on uncensored, you go to where you can see not only what they do, but also if you follow them along, you may see some of their scene page and follow them and as they have shot with the florist as well as some other things like that. All right. Anyway, back to what we're talking about here. Relationships, the adult world, what gets you off, favorite positions. Actually, I have a question. If you weren't doing this, what would you be doing? I think that's one of the questions that's like people get so entrenched in this cycle, right? It's almost like you're on a treadmill that won't ever turn off. And you never get off that treadmill. It's a constant race, right? It's a journey. But if you weren't doing this, what would you be doing?
What would you be doing?
If I could go back and do everything over again, I'd probably be in film school. Probably do some sort of film school, either like producing, directing, that sort of thing. So, but like cinema, not porn. Nothing wrong with porn, obviously, but I did that, or I've always really enjoyed working with animals, so maybe do something with animals.
Oh,
Yeah.
so much fun.
Animals?
Animals, yeah.
So if I was not doing this, what would I be doing? Don't actually want to answer that question based on what I would do. But one of the things that I would do as a hobby would be breeding my animals.
Nice.
Breeding them?
Yes.
She said breeding.
She said breeding.
Yeah. She went there.
That's what you would. What else are you gonna call it?
It's the technical term.
I'm gonna repopulate my animals.
Yeah. There you go.
Repopulating.
Yeah.
That sounds so freaking bad.
Exactly.
I'm just saying, repopulating or repopulate animals. It's like fuck Noah's Ark, man. We just create our own. The repopulation, right? It's the repopulation that they're signing in Philadelphia here. Anyway, the Constitution of Repopulation.
Yeah. So are we talking like dog breeding?
Yeah, and cats.
And cats.
Yeah,
Wow.
so I have bred dogs. I'm getting ready to breed my Maine Coons. I'm very excited about it. I've got 2 lovely Maine Coons, but I've got to wait another 2 cycles for my female before I start breeding her. So I'm really excited.
Nice.
Yeah.
What kind of cats do you breed?
They're Maine Coons.
Oh, those. Okay.
They're the big fluffy ones.
Okay.
Like the really big ones.
Okay, I thought you were talking about dogs for a second.
No, so I have a Persian, but I don't breed her. She's super cute and fluffy. And then my Maine Coon, my male, is only 1.5 years, and he's probably without his tail, his body is probably this long.
Yeah, wow.
And then he's got his tail, and his tail is like a Swiffer. It's gorgeous. I love it. Like his tail is like my favorite part.
Yeah, they like shit everywhere.
I
I had a
also-
fluffy cat once, like literally like hair everywhere.
So I don't know. I have so many animals that I vacuum regularly, so I'm not really sure who does where. But I mean, I would say they definitely shed seasonally. So like during the summer when he's like losing his winter coat, like that would be his first like shedding. But I wouldn't say like I pick him up and hold him and then I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
I would say that happens more with my dogs.
Right.
Interesting. So anyway, one of the questions that somebody asked, I mean, it was a question that said, you should really ask this question when you're talking to them. Like, have you all had an experience that was an out of body experience? Yeah. What is that? And if you haven't, just you haven't. It's like we can probably strap you up and put some electrodes on your nuts. That'll give you an out of body experience.
I definitely had like surreal moments in life, but like nothing like where I felt out of my body, like looking in from the outside. Like,
Yeah.
nothing like that.
I don't think I have either. I've had a lot of unique and maybe even like spiritual experiences, but not like looking at my body doing something. I don't think.
Spiritual experiences, like Kanye West when he takes people up on the mountain. Is that what you like? Spiritual experience? Is that what we're talking about?
No, not that.
Okay, I just want the people want to know. It's always about the people. Exactly.
Because we're a restaurant.
She went there. Gosh. That's what's up. So, anybody who's catching this, whether you're catching the first 4 minutes, the first 8 minutes, the first 10 to 12 minutes, or if you're catching this right now, right at the 17-minute mark, guess what's going to happen in about 3 to 5 minutes? They are going to take all of this stuff that all this nasty stuff that they've been talking about, and they're going to go some places here in this dope ass content house, and they're going to do some stuff that makes them sweat. They're gonna get nasty. They're gonna slobber, suck, bang, do it. The meats. They mentioned roof, doggy, and packages hitting and slapping and whatever. So we're not talking about UPS or FedEx. UPS and FedEx don't have shit on the packages. It's gonna be coming out right in the next 3 to 4 minutes. But any last words before the destruction begins?
Come watch us.
Check us out. It's gonna be hot.
Yes, it is.
How do they know it's going to be hot? Just because you got a nice tan, you got muscles.
Dude, look at this.
You know what? Stand up, Daisy. Stand up. Make sure you turn slow. Turn slow. Oh gosh. Well, yeah. So if you're like me, the interviewer here, Mr. Flores69 is the Twitter, aka Mr. Flores, the hostess with the mostest, the guy who talks the shit while he films. That is quite the sight to check out. And I don't know, are you okay with it, bro? He tried to calm down. He's like, yo, I don't want to just explode before it.
Yeah, I see like enough talking.
We're ready for some action. The people want some action.
Correct.
The people want to see some action. All right. So last question before we jettison to places unknown is who do you think is going to win this battle here?
Me for sure.
This is a battle about to go down, y'all.
Yeah.
She feels she's going to win. Who do you think?
I always defer to the woman.
Oh, boo! I wish I had I would have said a boo button. Where's my fucking boo button?
But it's gonna be one hell of a fight. It's gonna be
Oh, fucking boo button, that motherfucker. Good Lord. Where's Spicy Jade? I can add a co-host. She would boo your ass for that.
I would say stay tuned to find out.
That's right. Might be a tie.
It's 28 seconds. The clock is ticking. They're about to do this thing.
Yeah.
Look at the intensity. Yeah, look at that.
Ready.
We ready?
Okay.
She ready?
Is that so? So why you wear your hat? You wear your hat to the back during sex too?
No.
You wear your socks?
He's not going to be allowed to.
On or off?
Off.
Socks.
Off.
Off.
Yeah.
She
Okay.
said off.
All right.
We off.
I think it's kind of weird when people are naked. That's
Do you also want to wear a bow tie and nothing else? We're gonna get exit on that, everyone.
How about an apron?
Thank you. Y'all hit the link. Uncensored.